Hello and welcome, Link to the Past Randomizer fans. We are here today with the main tournament 2024 match between Greycorvid and Coinchaser. Coin has currently played 3 of his games. He's at 1-2 with a win to Hitman and 2 losses to 2C, and this will be Gray's first match of the tournament.
Yeah, I think we have 80 keys going today. How you doing, Flip?
Pretty good. Rough work day, but excited to be chatting about some of my favorite rando people.
Good rando people, probably my favorite mode. Should be a good time, and I think we should be starting here shortly.
All right, yeah, we're off to a start. We have Link's house, dual Link's house.
Yeah, this seems to be kind of the new meta for this mode with the boot start is just going right over to Zaha's Closet. I know I tend to do this. I've seen a lot of people doing it. Just seems like a good play.
Yeah, I used to always go Sank myself, but I've been experimenting with it. It's definitely nice, quick, easy 3 checks. You get the medallion.
Yeah, you get the information. You get 4 items if you want to count Link's house. That's just one less thing that, like, sometimes routing this in can get a little finicky depending on like what shows up and when, and like if you get a bow but not a big key for Eastern, it can never feel good to come to this area if it's towards the end and then you kind of commit yourself to the Eastern double dip sometimes. But see, we did get some money out of the play. So that's always a good thing. Not have to worry about buying any, farming too many rupees or bottle vendor, buying bombs if we need it.
Did not get any early Eastern plays. I'm a fan. I know some people like to dip it early in this mode since you're looking for keys too.
Since you're right there, yeah.
Yeah. I like to put it off a little bit myself, but
Yeah, I do too.
all right, so we got Greycorvid actually going to the uncle right after, so I'm guessing we're not going to do front of escape on that end. Maybe.
He's walking out. Are we going to get a partial escape? Or is this just another triple? Just a triple, okay. So I think we have, what, 3 bombs on Gray's side? So I don't think we could have got very far.
Yeah, definitely would have been sketch. Although Another 300 in loss, which is nice. So that means we're going to be
But
very
Zora,
comfy on money. Yeah.
yeah, Zora's on the table pretty much right away.
There's definitely another benefit to starting boots is, you could do the classic water walk, which is,
Hmm.
extra nice in this mode since we're more or less full clearing, trying to find as many items as we can.
Yeah, yeah, you're really not going to see any skipping in this mode until you start to get towards that, getting into GT mode when the only things left are starting to look like they're likely in GT. So we're probably going to be seeing checks of just about everything. Yeah, just a bottle on Lumberjack. I did see Coin did not scout that. I'm typically a fan of always scouting Lumberjack when you have boots at a start.
Yeah, I like to, me personally, I like to switch it up depending on the mode.
Yeah.
Um, in this mode, I kind of like doing it with like a glove check going up there. Like
Hmm.
if you're going to go to the mountain that way. Plus,
Yeah.
we don't have the CT smalls, or we might not get them until we're in go mode. So I'm perfect, not rushing. It's fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far nothing overly exciting, but we do have flippers for the Zora and flipper checks. Early sword is nice
Flippers,
too.
flippers, a sword, and a bottle. And pretty empty cack otherwise. Couple keys I think we did run into, but nothing too huge.
Yeah, a lot of comfort keys. Like having a small key for ice early is very nice. Um, Desert small is nice.
Pod, you're going to need several, so it's always nice to see them. Yeah, all in all, I'd say that cack was pretty dry.
Yeah, so unless South Shore has everything, it looks like we're probably gonna have to make a dip into the front of Escape or Eastern at this rate.
Yeah, and something's got to be hiding somewhere, so find out soon enough here. What's your take on Agina? Do you do it here or do
Um,
you just put it off?
so for Kaz boots, or well, basically, if I get boots before South Shore, I treat it as like a Kaz boots kind of seed. So
Hmm.
I tend to like splitting South Shore, like Dam Agina,
Just
and
go with the
then
left-right play.
yeah. Only thing is, if I get an early book, I might put it off for a while,
Right.
hoping for more goods for that. Oh, yeah. What would you do here? Are you the same
I
way, or
So for the most part, yeah. I tend to in 80 keys specifically, I pretty much always go to Agina just because like you don't want to skip sphere 1 in 80 keys when you're probably going to have to check everything anyway. And if you're going to end up getting pushed into doing something like an early escape play or an early Eastern dip, like I like to know that it's required before I end up going there. I don't want to go there to get nothing, only to be like, oh, well, I guess it was just a Gina all along. Because you're probably doing that check no matter what. It's just a matter of when.
That's interesting. I feel like if I were to go that far for the map, I would have just grabbed it because I kind of like having the extra knowledge. But
Yeah, I tend to agree there. I think like you're not going to go back for it, but if you get that close to it, you might as well get the information.
I see how it is, Gray. You won't pick up a map, but if that was a shield, you would have picked it up.
Oh, he'll find a way to pick up a shield twice. You know it. He'll probably do it just to spite you too.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see him getting all the shields to spite me. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, South Shore so far having almost all of our Dark World access.
Yeah,
Pretty
just need a
nice.
pearl.
Okay, nice. I like the Sun Prize check. 5 arrows. Not the worst, not the best.
It's one of those things that's usually useless until it just comes in super clutch. Which every once in a while can be really nice. Got a free fairy refill, and we got our moon pearl, so this seat's wide open.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we'll get standard hype plays or village. I know some people like going to the village early, thinking probably be going back there later anyway. So
Yeah,
just get that done early.
I feel like I've been seeing more of the village starts lately too. Not at the moment though from coin. We're just gonna be going straight to hype cave. That's interesting. A saving put out of hype. It's not something I've seen very often.
Yeah, interesting. Because with
I
no
feel like
mirror,
that.
okay, yeah, he didn't do back of escape, so
Yeah, like I like getting the back of escape check here. My concern is Stumpy and Dig Game. Like routing those in if you start hype and don't do them immediately can get a little awkward. It's probably going to be okay, but like there are ways you can still work around it. But
it's
I'll
all
be
right. He just
curious
wanted to
to
get a bunch
see.
of compasses before he committed to dig game or catfish.
I mean, knows where he's going. It's good now.
But yeah, he could be thinking with no mirror, having to do the left side without Stumpy, not being able to do K45 and stuff feels kind of bad there. I
Yeah,
kind of like going. I guess it potentially orphans mirroring to like the front of the castle later because that's a nice density play. But I almost
hmm
like just going north and just getting catfish out of the way,
yeah,
especially since right we did all the water checks, so there's no other reason to get back there or need to go
right.
there.
Yeah, you don't have that as your kind of way to get a little extra value out of it.
Oh wow, Coin getting bullied, almost taking a death air. Those pickets, they hurt.
Yeah, they do. I mean, is it worth the risk though to try and lose a shield? I'm not going to do it.
I mean, yeah, if he wasn't one hit KO, I'd say sure, but ooh. Okay, having to cape before checking bumper ledge is actually pretty nice.
Yeah, it is.
Hmm. So Coin didn't actually get the key from the back of Skullwoods. I wonder if that's on purpose or...
It seems like it is. Like, it seems intentional just doing what's available there. I like stealing the key. Like, I generally don't worry too much about having to find a Skullwood Small somewhere in the seed because they pretty much always show up.
Oh, you need that. I didn't even know. I don't even know
I've
that.
never read that sign before.
But yeah, basically with you're probably you're probably not going to have Skullwood Small as your go mode, and
Yeah, it's so rare.
so it's definitely a risk skipping those, especially since they're in logic. But
Speaking of Skullwood Small, it's just sitting right outside.
hey, now I can go back. All right. But yeah, we do have Gray going with the hype left play that you're suggesting there. It does pull a book out of it.
That's actually not going to be a terrible spot for Coin if Coin is able to get mitts and a mirror before committing to that, which I feel like is what they're chasing. Kind of a lot of equipment to hope for to do that, but if that does work out, like you have a nice route that goes, all the way down with purple chest to just clean up that whole line.
Interesting. Okay, so Gray's immediately following this book.
Yeah. Oh, I think that was a Samaria.
That was a
Doesn't
Samaria.
that doesn't do anything immediately, but that's going to be a good grab.
Probably a low percentage chance of it happening, so it's not a big deal. But I almost would have liked to have seen a Gina first, just in the off chance it's a desert small. You could do this in one shot, but realistically,
Well,
it's probably not going to be.
yeah. Would have been funny if that was vanilla.
Big Hera. I think
Just need a
Coin
way to
might-
get there.
Did Coin get a Thieves Big out of C shape? That wasn't.
If you did, I missed it. Find out here in about 3 checks.
Okay, yeah, there was a Thieves Big. Okay, so Coin could potentially rush the back here.
Do you have any concerns about the big chest? Or are you just going to do it if you're here?
This
I'd
is
probably
tough.
just do it.
Yeah, you probably just do it. It's early enough. I also like just... Yeah, so he's going to do it. I always say, too, it's like, I know people are like, oh, last locate, but It's not the slow. It's not a fast check, but it's not the worst check to come back to. And he's probably going to come back with for hammer pegs anyway. So you could always come back later if he's worried about it. If he grabs it
Yeah,
on route.
if it ever even ends up becoming a thing.
So we got Gray following into the village of outcasts here. A lot of this stuff it's just done. Ooh, that is. Oh, we have fairy mall. Okay, I was.
Yeah, very, very from the
That is a
waterfall.
bad place to take a death in.
Yeah, it is. Like you want to at least make sure you get that floor bombed, and then it's not as bad, but it's never a fun spot to die.
This is one nice advantage of the Samari that Gray got. Makes that room much faster. Don't have to worry about any of the mummy RNGs either.
Nope.
But yeah, we're actually kind of starting to run out of good things to do here.
Yeah. Like I feel like either a mirror or hookshot's gonna have to show up soon to get us on the mountain. Either that or mitts. Even mitts by themselves not really gonna give us anything. Like it
Yeah, right.
gets
Because
right
we
now, it
don't
just
have.
gets King's Tomb. That's about it.
Yeah, we don't have any Ice Palace access yet.
I mean, technically, it would get us Smith Chain, but I don't really want to think about doing that right now because
Yeah, because we have a couple mountain checks, pyramid catfish. Then we have some. We have Pot Eastern, Front of Escape. We have an agate check now with the Master Sword.
yeah, you have one small key for pod, so a couple checks in there, but it's still not a lot. I didn't even notice earlier that book was just one dig. No wonder it went by so fast.
The Dream.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Coin's also gonna follow this book, or maybe switches it up with something like the Mountain.
See a hammer? Oh, we're going to escape. This makes sense. We don't have the Hyrule Castle small though, right? So it's just
No.
dark cross on the map. That's the only things that are in logic. And
Yeah. Front of
obviously
Escape's tricky,
uncle
right?
stuff.
Because
Yeah.
it's not in logic, but like you're probably gonna do it at some point.
As long as you have a glove, there's really no reason not to do it.
I guess one interesting thing, oh, another point, one of the main things about 80 keys is like, is there anything in GT or not?
Hmm.
And at first glance, Turtle Rock being a pendant means there's definitely a good shot there could be something important for Turtle Rock in there, like the
Either
ice rod.
ice rod, big key is, your third and or fourth small key medallion to even get in. Like there's pendant turtle rock can throw a wrench in things.
Yeah, we did get the GT big, which is one less item in there we have to worry about.
Yep. I'm curious, Flip. I see a lot of people do this when they're using a bomb to death warp here. That they'll pick it up instead of just standing on it. Is there actually any difference?
It looks cool.
Yeah, I'll give it that. I'll just wonder, like, is there some frames of time save or something that I'm not aware of?
I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so either, but just one of those things you don't know unless you know. And Gray's kind of in the same situation up here. There's something about the hallway today where just come in here on low health.
In NMG, we call that one room the Hellway, and for good reason.
Yeah.
Everything does
it either
massive
goes
damage.
perfectly fine, or you can find yourself on one heart or dead very, very quickly.
Now, Coin, unfortunately, taking a little bit longer to death warp because he had no rats or
Right.
snakes to do the half a heart each time. So I probably would have just bombed myself there, but not a big time loss. Nice slash for iframes on Gray's side. Nice heart. I didn't actually even know a heart was down there. I know about the bomb on the left.
Yeah, so I know the heart's there. I feel like that pot is a trap more often than not. Like almost any time I go for it to try and get it, when I'm trying to be safe, it ends up costing me damage.
Yeah, it's like the one heart pot in GT after Torches 1. That is a death trap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, front of escape, I don't think really paid out.
No,
And the
I
one
did
Aga
not
check.
see much come from that. So we are starting to run kind of thin. I have a feeling we're going to be forced to go up the mountain here shortly.
Yeah, definitely
Either that or pod, one of the two.
probably the most lucrative plays, yeah, at this point. Pod, we got 1 key. So only got 3 check. Eastern's probably the biggest density now at this point. Well, I guess tied for the mountain.
Yeah, they're all pretty close. Pod might actually win if you count out of logic checks. You can get to the bow side.
Oh. So what are your thoughts on not opening the front door?
I hate it.
Me too.
I
I'm
can't.
glad we're in agreement there.
I've been seeing it more lately. I hate it. I'll never do it, but I have seen it happen.
Yeah, no thanks. Like the density is in the back, but I just something about leaving the in logic stuff was basement. I can't.
Yes. Well, so like I don't see a way where you can leave the in logic checks. It's just doesn't seem reasonable, which forces you into doing a double loop of bow side, and that's just so slow.
But yeah, I'm kind of with you here. I'm feeling like it's gonna be mountain and it's gonna be like hook shot or mirror, things you wanted before you went up there. Kind of seeds.
Steve's getting ready to tell his first joke.
So worst spin speeds are the worst trick in the game. Fight me. But yeah, you hate to see it. I'm right.
Yeah.
Good job. Death orb.
Ray didn't pick up a fairy, did he? Oh no.
I hope not.
He
Oh,
did. Unfortunately, he did.
that is the hardest thing to do in the game is to remember you have a fairy.
Yeah. So often if I get a fairy, I just instantly release it. It's like, I'm going to forget this later. It's just going to cause me problems.
So we got coin memeing with a Samaria block.
I think you nailed that in one.
There's the hook shot we wanted for the mountain. Nice, nice.
No more spin speeds. You can do the other impossible tech and do item dashes instead.
Also, we finally don't need to do spin speeds, and we go for our first sword hook climb and get bodied by a boulder. Just game's just got more jokes.
How many times I've tried to burn a dash in Spike Cave, only to find out that it doesn't activate until long enough after you start moving that you just get knocked out of your dash every time. Maybe if you time it perfectly, you can do it, but
Yeah, interesting. I don't know if I've ever actually went for that dash now, because I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
because it doesn't activate, like there's that half-second delay or whatever before it starts giving you the actual invulnerability.
Now we got Gray not too far behind, getting their progressive hook shot here.
Cabbage is being a little nicer for Gray.
Oh no, Gray doing the noob dash. One of my pet peeves, I just want to point it out, is whenever people don't dash up immediately. I guess they're like afraid of
Oh,
falling into the
going to
pit.
the left. Yeah,
You hate to see it.
I used to do that all the time, and then someone told me, it's like, yeah, just dash straight up, cancel your dash, you'll be fine, you'll be able to see it. You do have to be paying attention, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, the main thing is too, like there's right before the pit, there's that rock. So you got like a good 2 or 3 tiles before.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, it feels like Ether and or Hera is gonna have our next progressive item here. Powder, nice.
I almost feel like the seed's trying to set us up to go to TR. Don't have any rods yet, but got enough keys in the Samaria to get pretty far, and a couple medallions. Just need those mitts to really be able to do it. Speaking of fire,
By fire, do you? Oh,
fire rod, yeah.
or
I
no? Were
think
you
that
talking
was,
about the Dodongo fire? I believe that was the ice rod, actually.
was it the ice rod?
Yeah.
There's missing a few pixels here. I swear I thought it looked red, but yeah, I guess it was the ice rod.
The Kadongo hooked you up though. There was a lot of fire on that screen.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant. This mountain is loaded.
But yeah, I guess now that we got a bow, we're I guess pod is next. I mean, we still only have one small.
I'd almost consider just hitting up ice at this point.
Oh, did we grab the mitts?
Oh, no, we did not grab the mitts. I'm too much in that RMG mindset, apparently. Don't need mitts to get in there. You do legally, but... Actually, even if you're gonna try and break in, I think you'd need a mirror, so it's not happening.
There are multiple fun ways you can break in, but as we got mainly going to the dark world, I'm guessing this is a pyramid to pod play.
Probably, yeah. I'd almost want to hit catfish right now.
Yeah, I'd almost be inclined to as well.
Like either that or you're just kind of committing to orphaning it. Maybe this key will send us somewhere. Desert. Could beat it. Alright, so Coin's heading over to pod. There's probably going to be some good stuff in here. Even with all these checks, though, we still only have the one small.
Gray taking an unfortunate Molborn fall at the time there.
Moldorm's a jerk sometimes. Tried to do it again.
Nice Kiki dash from Coin. Oh no, it froze in the middle of the hop. No, what kind of hop do we have? A frozen hop. That's what that is.
It's an eternal hop. Is that something that was just recently discovered, that there's different hops? Because I had never heard of or seen that before. And
There
we
was
unfreeze to a red screen. Something happened.
Death Warp in Shooter Room.
Maybe?
I noticed we have two small keys though, so I
A
don't know where we
hop
picked
to
up
the
the other one.
fires of
But
hell. Might have been shooter. Although I
oh,
don't.
maybe.
That would have been where we could pick one up and it wouldn't be noticed. So I don't think I've seen any others. Taking a little bit of preemptive damage here.
I mean, you have a hammer and two keys. You don't really need the Death Warp here, but
Yeah. I think I'm inclined to agree. Just,
oh,
jump
the
down,
small
bonk
key.
across, and go. But it's not the small key we wanted to see.
We can get our vanilla mitts or mitts now. Okay, we have some divergence here. Okay, I kind of like this. We don't have the mirror yet. We haven't been in Eastern in a while, so Gray's probably just thinking, get Eastern done here. Make sure I don't
Yeah.
miss anything. Nice. So we know how that.
We got a key on Gray's side for pod. That could come in real handy. Curious if that second key now is in pod, or did we just miss it somewhere else from coin?
It's probably just shooter, but we'll find out soon.
It probably is. You opening any extra doors with the third key, or are you saving it for the boss?
I'm probably just opening Harmless Hellway in the back here. So also pod's a crystal, so we're
You're getting
probably
more.
finding more. Yeah, if it was a pendant, maybe I'd be a little bit more inclined to be worried about that. But
Yeah, with it being a crystal, I think I'd have to agree. Just go ahead and pick something and open it.
yeah, again, we got a lot of nice items, but I don't think we got any progression in pod.
Not really. So we got that powder we can go check. What else do we have?
Thieves Big, Desert Boss. We did get a mushroom on Gray's side as well.
Yeah.
I think it was the second check in Eastern.
Mm-hmm. So Coin's just going to go and get a dungeon out of the way, which is very reasonable. Could have our progression. You got to do it anyway. Might as well do it now.
Especially with limited options he's got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like the next bottleneck's either got to be mitts or it'll be like mirrored to get our mitts in the swamp.
Yeah. Bye, Kiki. I don't know why he runs away when you take damage. It's not like he took any damage. What's he afraid of?
It just gives him a reason to steal more of your money.
You know, that's a good point. Little baby hop from Kiki. All right, what is this mystery item? I think we did miss it because Gray has 3 smalls already.
Yeah, maybe in like Paradox Cave or something like that.
Yeah, one of the dense caves where everything's popping up at once.
Well, that's where we got our map at least.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time for the best fight in the game. Oh no, I lied. Wait, we have silvers. Boo.
We do have silvers. Hey, look,
Aw.
it's mitts. That opens a lot of stuff up.
So basically, this seed in early. Yeah, this is. You needed to do pyramid and big game, or getting your book, or before doing desert to get a huge advantage early.
Yeah.
All right, points going, I guess, straight into ice. Now, would you have went straight into ice, or would you have maybe done the Dark Death Mountain checks first?
I kind of like the ice play. Like, I know we don't have the big key, but you got some Aria, so doing it's going to be pretty quick. I usually tend to get pretty aggressive with the mountain, so if I'm looking to get a fire rod before I go up there, given the key situation we have with Turtle Rock right now. That's probably what I would be hoping for. So I kind of like the ice play right here.
Yeah, I guess there is a good shot we can get in at this point. I'm just always mildly worried about the ice big. But
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with TR. I think what worries me more is when you start compounding these one-offs, where you got the Thieves Town big chest, now we're going to have the ice big chest. You know, I think we have a couple in Hera that are possible to orphan right now, or one at least in the basement. Looks like we have the big key, but not the small. So when you start having those one-offs just start adding up, that's when I start getting worried.
so it looked like Gray opted not to burn the extra key, so no extra information there. So we're gonna get the mushroom check.
I like this. Especially having, got this out of Eastern. It's kind of a play you went out of your way for. It just feels like a good idea to follow up on what you got on your previous play.
Yeah, and I'm kind of hoping this is something for Gray, because if it's not, then I don't know, just
Feels like
basically
starting to
coins
play
dodging of
catch up
Eastern.
and follow the leader. And yeah, like Coin is just, there's a couple things Coin hasn't done that starts adding up time-wise. So
Yeah, and it's just Coin has a chance to now possibly just single dip Eastern later, which will save a decent amount of time overall.
mhm.
I don't think actually Gray has much left, so he's gonna get his desert big here, and then probably do catfish just to get it done, and then be off the ice or desert for the mitts.
Yeah.
Coin
This
remembering
was
he does
the
not have the ice
desert big, right?
Yeah. I think ice kind of came up empty too. I didn't see anything.
Nothing big. Maybe a key or two. No items.
Ooh, taking a nasty hit at the beginning. Oh, okay, no, we're good. Got him. Got him.
Yeah. Got the blue goo. Took a hit right after. Gotta still be careful. Okay, we're down to 1 buff. This should be pretty
Coin
safe
does-
from that point.
Yeah, I was gonna say Coin does do a lot of NMG, so he's very used to puff parties. Just another GT small.
Yeah, so not a lot coming out of ice here.
Okay, so we got Pendant Mire. Coin giving us a nice extended map check. Tracker appreciates that. So I think ice was a crystal, right? That was a crystal drop.
Yes, yeah, it was a crystal.
Yeah, this is very interesting now. So Mire is also a pendant, so
Oof.
Flute and Quake could be in there.
Is this going to end up being a TR dip, or are we just doing DDM here?
I think Coin's gonna have to dip TR.
Like, I think if you go, and that's the thing I was kind of thinking about earlier with doing ice first, is like, now that you know ice is empty, the big chest is obviously still there, but for the most part it's empty. It makes that decision of do you go into TR just that little bit easier. Because if you don't go in, where are you going? You got a mirrorless smith chain.
And Eastern, I think, yeah, is all Coin's got left. Catfish?
Mirrorless smith's chain, you got Eastern, you got Catfish. King's Tomb, I don't think we've seen yet from either. But yeah, it's still pretty this has been a real kind of breadcrumb heavy seed, just getting 1 or 2 things at a time unlocking.
Coin wins first to the bug net. Everyone's favorite item. Yeah, looks like we're making a trip in the Turtle Rock. Bombos up.
Oh, there's that ice big. And that's our last TR key. We have all the TR keys now. So I'm fairly certain we're finding at least one thing in here.
Are we gonna get the fire rod though? Is the seed gonna be kind?
If we are, it's probably going to be late and you're sweating the whole time if you're doing this for a double dip. We're good on medallions now.
So Gray's also gonna go follow to the ice play. Definitely nice not having to worry about orphaning lava chests, though. No mirror gives mild mimic cave concerns, although nice lamp or nice flute, I should say. Did it? Am I still here?
Yeah, we're still here. I can see the live. I'm just missing the preview. I think it's just Discord being done, being dumb.
Gotcha. Discord and Discord. What else to do? But when it was, did you see the flute?
I did not, but I'm not surprised.
But yeah,
To
it
have
having
that
all the
show
goods. There's our fire rod too in the big chest.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I just got disconnected from the preview feed.
While I'm watching, I got the restream channel.
Yeah,
up,
I have
though.
the restream up, so I still have.
Point taking a bad hit there in that room. But yeah, Turtle Rock giving us a bunch of options now, and we're not even to Laser Bridge, which usually has all the goodies.
Yeah, that's usually where everything is. Got a big key to pod. It's another dungeon we can clear. Got a bunch of smalls for it too now.
Gray saving a little bit of time over coin there, remembering you don't have the big key.
Do we know yet where our last pendant is? I know we got Meyer and TR.
No, we got a big map check from coin before going into TR, but
I'm wondering about Eastern specifically, because we might be a mirror from GT mode on coin side.
well, yeah, either way, mirror or Eastern big, right?
Yeah. Like, we still need to see CT keys, but like, that's always a thing. But this seed was like drip feeding so slowly for so long, then all of a sudden I feel like we have everything.
Simultaneous dungeon prizes. Gray saving a little bit of time, having less of a pus party.
Yep. Coin remembering to go back in. I've made
Done,
this
Coin.
mistake
Well done.
many times. When you get a fire rod deep in TR, you end up beating Trinex, and then you leave and find out You just left your Eastern big there forever. That's never fun.
I had an Enemizer seed once where I had to kill the boss of TR, or
Mhm.
I think it was Ped, to be able to get a Fire Rod off of Ped to come back for a flute on right side.
My God,
It's the
that's
silliest
awful.
thing ever.
The things that can only happen in Enemizer.
Oh, this is nice. Coin getting his King's Tomb to flute activation here.
He's heart. Nothing important. Yeah, like if I'm Coin at this point, I'm just dungeon rushing. Let's go activate your flute, probably hit Skullwoods right after.
Well, so you don't have the Skullwoods big key. Are you immediately doing Skull? Are you going to Mire, hoping to get another Pod small or Skull big? Or maybe just doing Pod to get another full clear done? He's got options.
That's a good question. I think I do Swamp. Like I would want to put off Mire because I want to know, am I doing left side? Am I doing cutscene? With only one key, like if the other keys are in GT, there's a good possibility you might be able to skip it. But also when you're looking for CT smalls, that's always a scary thought. So
Yeah, if I were Coin, I probably would have went straight to Mire just because. So Mire shed, yeah, cutscene, but Mire is full clearable.
yeah, it is.
Coin's probably trying to avoid Pod at all costs, trying to get the mirror and couple it with Eastern at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's smart. I think Pod's probably last on your list. I think whether you do Skullwoods here or Mire is a bit of a coin flip. I think either of them good plays. But yeah, if you can get that mirror before heading to Pod, that's going to be pretty nice.
I don't know if Ray's done a map check, but I know Coin has. I wonder if Coin currently or Gray, when he does the map check, might be possibly regretting skipping the race game map, because that
Yeah.
could be our third pendant knowledge at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be pretty nice to figure out how we want to route the end game here.
Yeah. Like, I think the equation of what do you do next and when, it changes a lot depending if Eastern's a pendant or not.
Yeah, exactly, right? Or like if Swamp's the pendant, it's like, okay, I might not be getting the mirror until GT, so...
Right.
And at this point, Smith Change is dead forever.
I mean, feel like it's getting there.
Yeah, right? Like,
But
normally
again,
you want a mirror for it.
It's a lot of checks, and we still don't have a single CT small. Need Gray to go do Smith Chain and get his mirror on Smith. I'll be happy.
Will he settle for a shield?
Oh, he won't. I actually have asked them this. He's like, nope, has to be the mirror.
Gray having a little bit of trouble in this room. Hit the switch like 5 times. Actually in Oko here, or yeah, close to Oko.
Yeah, got real close. Fortunately, Gray having all 4 TR smalls too, because missing that flute would be pretty brutal. And we are Oko no more. Thanks to some drugs.
One of the nice benefits of having all 3 medallions. Corners, then you have the glance at Mire. Going.
Yeah, it just goes straight in. What do you see on the tracker? It looks like we know Eastern is a pendant now. I must have missed the map check, but knowing that, like, I think you do this and you go straight to pod, and I think you full clear both because mirror is going to have to show up.
Yeah, checks out. Oh, okay, we don't know.
Oh, we don't know. Okay, it's like that's a thing. That's good information.
Although now that you mention that, I'm kind of curious what the reds are, because I don't think anyone talked to the bomb shop guy.
I know we saw one in Dark World, which looks like that's marked as pod. I'm hoping that's accurate because I don't remember. I know we saw it, but I don't remember which one it was, even though we had a minute-long map check. Question is, what is the other one? Because I don't think we have any way to know without just pressing start. It was pod, okay. Like, is it one of the Light World dungeons? Yeah, or do we have it already? Which I think good chance we do have it.
Yeah, because if Pod and Mire end up dead, there's a good shot it's just Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah. Imagine if to go to Pyramid Fairy just to get a mirror before Swamp. It's about as bad a place as you could put it. Because if I'm doing Pyramid Fairy, I would want to do it right after Swamp.
Having a bit of an adventure in Mire, down to 4 hearts. It's kind of low for this early in the dungeon.
A little bit. We do have half magic and a cape, so spike chest's not going to be a problem. We have powder. I think I'm not too concerned. Just gotta, never mind. Just get a refill.
Calculated refill.
Planned all along.
Coin?
Coin? Hello? That's not a CT small.
Yeah, I guess because of the previous room and having to worry about Cape, but then getting the health threw Coin off a bit.
Room off, yeah. Well, I'm feeling we'll be seeing that in not too much time from now from Gray, so hopefully we'll find out if that's important. If we don't find out by just finding the items elsewhere first.
Yeah, and so far we haven't found much in Mire, so
No?
that is a scary check for Coin.
Yeah, it really is. Especially being that, like, that's not even one of the checks that's locked by small keys.
Yeah, right? Because a big key gives you the switch in Fishbone room or something like that.
Yeah. Because you can go through the left side through the portal and kind of backdoor everything. Like, there's enough keys that you can You can always get to the boss. You can always get to the spike chests. I'm kind of hoping Gray goes to Meyer first after activating the flute. Just because I'm so curious what's in that chest.
Yeah, right. Although I do kind of like this, cleaning up the no powder, getting at least the magic bat check here.
Yeah, and this is really just kind of what Gray's been doing this whole game, is just being thorough. As much as possible, at least.
Okay, our tracker pointing out that coin does have swamp marked as a crystal, so you know that Eastern's the other pendant. And like this coin just getting the boss done because we have no mirror, so then we'll get the rest of the checks after this.
Yeah, this makes sense. Especially once you're up to, like, what is that, 16 hearts? Death warping can take an eternity. You don't want to do that, even if we are still on green mail.
Fortunately, Gray taking a hit of damage somewhere, so we don't have beams for this room. A little bit of time there, but cleans them nicely with a 2 psych.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Coin never went to Eastern, so he's got to make a 50 after this too. Yeah, so Coin is gonna have a lot of one-offs coming up after this in Smith Chain, so it's gonna start to get ugly on cleanup Coin. Whereas, like you said, Gray's been pretty thorough, so he's gonna have a lot of less choices to make after this in Pod, which will be
Yeah.
nice.
It's definitely going to help pointing them in the right direction a little quicker, which should help buy back some time. There's our mirror. So that puts us firmly in GT mode.
Never say never. There's still 2 checks out there that could be a CT small here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, 2 things left that we need. The scary thing is they can be anywhere. And it's just 3 bumps. Oh, the Forgotten Spike Chest is not taking any victims today.
Yeah, so unless the Aga Smalls are in really bad locations or there's one in the pod big key chests, Coin is probably in a good spot right now.
Yeah.
It's most likely this is going straight to Swamp, maybe Pyramid Fairy, and then, you know, straight to GT. I guess the other question is, so if you're missing 2 CT Smalls, do you skip left side Swamp in a seed like this, or do you check the back, and if you find one, you're just off the GT, or what do you do here?
I think if I'm Coin with the amount of one-offs that are in this seed, I don't know that I skip. Maybe if you get one, like I'm going to do the back first, and maybe if I get one, I might be willing to skip and head straight to GT. But if you know, heading to the back and you get nothing, I'd be a lot more hard pressed. But I don't know. That's a tough call, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, so I think the way Gray's been playing it, Gray's probably just going to clear left side Swamp to make sure you don't have to come back. Ah, okay, so yeah, Coin skipped Eastern Big Key Chest, so he's playing this mega aggressive, so kind of answers the question for us. Probably
Yeah,
not doing left side Swamp.
Coin's gonna probably just skip left side Swamp, head straight to GT, and hope they're both there.
So Gray is going to pod before Skullwood, so mirror here.
I wonder if this is all just Gray wanting to make sure not to leave any orphans and potentially pull that Skullwood's big.
Yeah, makes sense. Like I said,
It
pod's
does.
full clearable for him, so. Ooh, coin loses points. Hook shot into the chest. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
I remember you yelled at me when I used to do that. It's like,
Yep.
Dash, it's faster.
Yeah, yes. You want to walk down, see dash under everything, and grab from the bottom.
Yep.
About the small time saves. Well, and here we have a big time save. Specky clip. Shout outs.
Moment of truth. What the Coin gonna do? Left side.
Well,
Like, I imagine we're going to the back first. I don't see any way around that, but
Yeah, I like to point out he grabbed the small key under the pot, which normally you don't do if you're going straight to the back. So could potentially be going back later.
That can also just be a muscle memory thing,
Yeah, from
especially with like
MMG.
knowing coin runs a lot of NMG, and like, grabbing that key is just something you do. So I don't think we're going to know until after the boss is dead. Yeah, it's a good point, Trenix. Forgetting about it, and when you go back in, I've definitely never done that, and then had to do left side the slow way because you're already there. Going back's not worth it, but
Oh no, yeah,
nothing is worth
we're
it.
left side swamp is dead. We skip Phelps. We're left side swamp is dead.
Okay, yeah, no, it's done.
So that could also be the NMG in coin. Like Phelps way sucks.
Yeah,
Who wants to deal with those stupid striders?
make it suck less.
Don't support the left side swamp skip per se, but I do support skipping the Phelps. Screw it. It's like it suck. Yeah, no CT smalls, so banking on GT. Gray doing what I do. What I do sometimes, thinking you're in the perfect spot to grab the item and then you don't. You're like,
Yeah,
why is the game? Why is the game not advancing?
you're standing, it's right above your head. It's like, what? Oh, touch up, you don't even see anything move, and then it just picks it up.
All right, yeah, we're not even getting Pyramid Fair. We're going straight to GT. So,
So how
if
much time does coin have in GT before Gray catches up? If Gray were to find the keys.
I mean, let's see. We're gonna do Eastern after this. That's about 2 or 3 minutes. Swamp's gonna be probably 5 or 6 if he does left side. So it's definitely got some time in the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mainly interesting when it comes to the one-offs because you got Ice, you got Thieves Big. I mean, you got Smith Chain, you got Mimicade, which is kind of gross.
There's
You
a
got some
lot. There's a lot left. Now you got the Terra Basement. There's
also
one of two.
okay. Also, we're almost an hour and a half in and still only one shield. Love to see it.
How much less damage Coin would have taken in that room if he had a fire shield? Like 2
No,
hearts.
I don't. I don't feel like finding out.
It's like 2 hearts. How much difference does that make? Not a ton.
Is that factoring in the blue mail that he got in the room too?
I'm pretty sure the fireballs are still 1 heart always.
Good point. Good point.
Like, really, you really only need the 1 shield anyway. All it's really for is getting into swamp. So I know even you would agree with me that it makes getting into swamp nice.
I mean, there's like 4 rooms in that MG where having a shield is cool, I guess.
Getting into swamp.
But good thing this is random. We don't care about that.
Post Aga, if you get the cool RNG where you get to do the dash turn, that's just fun.
But wow, yeah, we have playing aggressive, paying out. Koi hitting go mode at 125.
That was a fast seed.
We have chat jinxing Coin in the middle of the gauntlet. Nice. Yeah, Gray did not pick up the key, so it looks like Gray's just going to go straight to the back and then maybe decide if he wants to come back in later.
Yep.
Coin making quick work of Multorn and Gray making quick work of Argus. So we do see Gray skip left side swamp, cleaning up his final crystal. Go woods. And then coin. Getting ready to mirror and kill Aga 1. But yeah, I'm wondering if like coin feels really good, being in go mode and completed, this fast, or I'm wondering if Gray possibly feels behind. I mean, still it's going to be in GT mode at 130, which isn't the worst for 80 keys.
No, that's still pretty good, but like I got to imagine coin feels good being in Aga Tower sub 90. Like this is a solid run with really like none of the skips causing any problems later. So
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of these seeds have been pretty fast overall. Like not this one, but most of them. It's Torny, the 80 keys.
Yeah, the one I've played was pretty quick too. Like just having that boot start just really makes everything go super quick.
All right, coin. I know you're in go mode and you don't need any arrows, but I'm a little sad you didn't pick up the NMG arrows, but I understand. Okay. Now, I gave coin some flack the other day. Will he do this room? He's got the hook shot out. All right. Actually gave some effort. Yeah, I think in one of Coin's previous races, he NMG'd it. He just turned to the left and dash. It's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
Did he at least pump a couple pixels up out of the door?
I think so.
That's good.
If he didn't pump up, he pumped down.
I mean, up is objectively correct because you can actually move up a couple pixels. So.
Got Gray blind pulling ped for a heart container. He's probably hoping it was red shield.
Probably. Don't think Gray is going to be getting any more shields.
Expect to see a nice 1-in-1 on GT fight. Spray makes his way to Cannon's Tower. Ooh, Coin missing an arrow.
And one go wrong direction, and one just kind of clipped his toenails a little bit there, but we got a pig exploding.
Wow, with a really fast time. Yep,
Yeah.
sub 135.
Yeah, that is a very quick seed.
Oh, 133.50 in race time. So they did actually get the sub 134. Nice. Just a little unfortunate here. Actually, maybe not. Because the first CT small was a rando room, and then the second was right side, I think. So Gray goes full left, might lose a little bit of time here. Mirrors out. Okay. Yeah, and we are joined by Coin. GG's Coin.
GG's.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Pretty smooth sailing. The items lined up perfectly for me. Can't complain.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick seed. It felt like it started kind of slow for you guys with just kind of breadcrumb after breadcrumb. And then all of a sudden you just had everything.
Yeah, Dark World was pretty quick, but there really wasn't any, direction to go. We're just doing front of Skullwoods, front of Thieves Town, and then finally I was like, all right, I guess we'll go to Desert. It was like between Desert, front of Escape, and the Mountain, right? And the Mountain was what gave us Hookshot, and front of Escape had nothing. So once I finally got back to, I think it was Pyramid Ledge to get Desert Big, that gave me the Titansmiths on the boss, and that really opened everything up.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is I usually make the Hype Cave to Catfish play to just, cover my bases and just get those out of the way. And I was like, no, I'll save it for Pyramid Fairy. I'll be a good gamer. And then, it ended up burning me because I'm thinking to myself, man, I could have had those Titansmiths so much sooner. But
yeah, I kind of like Pyramid Catfish if you don't have Mirror in this mode early, right? You get those 2 annoying checks out of the way, and then it's not too bad without boots, right? Or with boots.
No, it's not. You know what it is? I just get late. I just end up going too late to Pyramid Fairy, and then it doesn't become 4 checks, just becomes 2 checks, and that has burned me in the past. So that's why I was like, I'll just leave it for later. But you're absolutely right.
You gotta kind of pick and choose. Like, there's optimal ways to do things, but with Rando, you're never going to get everything optimal. It's just,
of course,
like you start getting to be a little bit much. So
Well,
Coin, I got to ask you one question.
Sure.
Spike Chestenmeyer.
I guess I didn't want it. I was looking at my numbers, and I'm like, I missed a check. And I thought it was the hookshot one as I was making it to the basement. But yeah, no. It
was Spike Chest. You laid a bomb down right next to the chest after spawning it, and just like, yeah, I don't want that.
Oh.
And the funny thing is, it had 3 bombs in it.
Well, I'm glad it didn't have a Castle Tower small, I'll tell you that. So
yeah, after you got that, like, we were watching Gray's stream, like, hurry up and get there. We need to know what's in that chest, because if that's a CT small, this race just completely flips on its head.
Oh, I would have absolutely deserved it. That's so funny.
Yeah, I thought it was like you were really low on health because I don't know, you had like an adventure in the dungeon. So I thought you were getting ready to cape, and then like you got the health, maybe it threw you off or something like that, and then you just like flew past it.
I don't know. I obviously it was a mind slip. Yeah, that's really funny. I'll have to see that back.
I did have so Greycorvid just hit go mode on the stream. I had one question though about the early game. So in Skullwoods, you went straight to the back but did not steal the small key. Was that just like you really worried about never getting a Skullwood small or something, or what?
Yes, that is usually why I don't grab that small. And then as I headed out, I was like, boy, this is pretty silly. I did this only for 2 checks and then left. And I was like, okay. And then there ended up being, fortunately for me, a small key on Bumper Ledge. So I was like, well, I guess I'll go back now. I don't know. I guess I should be considering that, but I have gotten burned in the past of not having a skull with small for the back for the boss, and so I usually try to reserve it for that. But I agree that was a pretty long way to complete the front of Skullwoods.
Yeah,
about that.
it's understandable. I feel like it's definitely not impossible to come up, but it's pretty rare. But
Yeah, when it does come up, though, it's just one of those things that feels so bad.
Yeah. Maybe it was just like one thing I got burned with, and I should just assume that's a small sample size, and I should be getting that small key more often. I got lucky on the 50/50 in pod with getting the mirror when I only had 4 pod smalls at that moment. So I felt very lucky that there was a mirror in Harmless Hellway versus the Vanilla Big Key chest. And then the Eastern Big was even
you know, I don't think, like, you both got that mirror with about the same time, I want to say. I think Gray might have had one more key than you, so it was a little more of a done deal of grabbing it. But it was like if you do open Vanilla Big Key chest there, like I think Gray ended up, you definitely got 5 at one point, so like beatable.
I think it was an Eastern.
Yeah, there was one in Eastern. That's right.
So maybe if I don't get my, well, I mean, obvious, I don't even know. I probably check Eastern next. That's still a good question if I don't get my mirror. Yeah, because I get the Eastern Big, so yeah, of course I would full clear Eastern next. That's a good question though. If I would go back.
And then
are
you going right back to pod there, or it's so hard to say.
No, it is.
One thing changes, it changes so much about what you're going to do in a route. So
I don't think so. I'd probably do Smith Chain and Bat and stuff like Hammer Pegs. Like that's 4 or 5 checks into Red Bomb. Like
yeah,
that's pretty meaty area. I don't remember what other dungeons I could have done after that, because I think it was just getting the mirror for Swamp.
Yeah.
So I had already done my, yeah. No, that's interesting.
Also, we noticed you really don't like Phelps Way.
No, I'm terrible at swimming. You're absolutely right.
Swimming is hard.
Because we were like, is he getting that key to maybe come back in for left side swamp after? But then we were like, you skipped the big key chest in Eastern, so you're probably not. And then you're just like, nope, I'm not. You
I'm like, nope. This key has a purpose. That's all it's for, and we're just going.
Yeah,
going straight to GT.
I was gonna deboost through all of them. Yeah, I was trying to decide how much I should be hedging or not. It's like maybe I don't even get the map chest in Eastern. Maybe that's too long, or the bomb bowl and swamp. And I'm like, but what if it's one of the small keys? Yeah,
I think like the thing is the more of those one-offs you start getting, like whether you get burned or not, it just gets so much scarier as you go through the seed until you're waiting for them to show up. And then if you do go all the way through GT and you only have 1 or you have 0, it's like, oh no, where did I leave it?
Exactly.
Where do you go?
No, 100%. Especially when you're getting all the other small keys first. You get the Harris small, and you finish off, I don't know, the other ones as well. He starts to come in. You're like, okay, here are all the single checks.
Yeah, especially how about that ice big, like right after you cleared ice in Shot Cave?
Yes, that was pretty funny. Yeah, that'll probably be after Swamp. Exactly.
Yeah, that's one of those things it's funny after the fact, but if it ends up that you were supposed to get that first and there's something in there, then it's not quite as funny at that point.
Oh no, absolutely. I was absolutely terrified where the mirror was the whole time. That was the most frustrating item, because that can just block so many things. I like avoided whatchamacallit, Mimic Cave. Like that's one of the worst mirror checks to have to return to.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, like, it made perfect sense going into TR when you did. Like, there was not much left at that point, and if you did have to get to Mimic Cave, like this seed looks very different.
Yeah. I definitely that definitely was one of the last dense locations after Dark Death Mountain, and knowing it's a pendant, you're like, maybe I'm gonna end up getting my I think Fire Rod could have been in. No, it couldn't have been. I wasn't sure at that time if it could have been in GT. I don't think I had the map for School Woods yet. So that's why I was like, very possible a double dip since
Yeah,
I
around
had.
that time, we were starting to like speculate. Like, do we know what the last pendant is yet? Because is it going to be an Eastern Big you're looking for, or is it going to be a mirror? We just weren't sure yet.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
did you get the knowledge for it? Because we saw your one map check, but I don't know if we saw the other map check or yeah. When were you able to verify that Eastern was the final
I
pendant?
think when I got the School Woods crystal. I think that's because I was between Eastern and School Woods, I believe. I knew about Swamp, and I had already known about Mire as well. Yeah. So
Swamp
once I
must
got
have
this,
just been on that map check, and we just missed it then, Flip.
no, I don't think I had the School Woods map at that time. I think I had to beat it.
No, I'm talking
No,
about
no,
Swamp.
oh, yes, that I
Yeah.
knew it was with a map check. That was it.
Okay, so you knew that for a while.
And not only did you win the race today, but you also won the most important room in the game. Gray unfortunately missed the hook dash and had the walk.
That's probably like my second furthest. I did that since I knew you were commentating. I will generally go a smaller distance than just walking to the left. But I was like, I'm gonna hook dash immediately. I was so focused on that room for you, Flip.
Greatly appreciated. Yeah, I mentioned in chat that I heckled you a little bit about it the other day. Kaysen wanted to know, did you pump in that one, NMG style?
No. I didn't know that pumping works when you're in hook speed.
No,
Well,
I
no,
meant like
if
the
you're
one
not
you did the
doing
other
hook
day.
speed, so for just NMG,
Oh,
The one you did.
you can get up like 2 or 3 pixels. It's literally nothing, but like it's probably
no, I
saves you a
don't.
frame or 3.
I don't think I've ever pumped in that room. I will pump from now on.
Well, you can. You're welcome for the free PB. It surely won't get stolen from you with a blue ball.
Thank you guys for commentating. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that was a fun race to watch.
Yeah, I was looking forward to this one because you're my buddy from NMG. I know Gray from 40 Bonks. You both great people, so this would be a fun one.
Yeah, and thank you, Sean, for restreaming as well. And any trackers out there? Thank you as well.
Sean. Yeah.
Sean, double duty. Thank you.
Double duty. Yep.
Or as he's finishing, or we're trying to get Gray in here on Discord.
It would be interesting to see how someone would have routed if they got that desert big early in Titan's Myths. Because, that mountain is so juicy then, but they may not have enough keys.
Yeah, it's a little
for
awkward
Turtle Rock. Yeah.
because you need not only pyramid but also dig game, and like obviously from hype you can't go both ways.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, GG's to
Gray
Gray.
crossing the bridge. GG's. Hopefully trying to get him in here for an interview for a little bit.
And we are joined by Greycorvid. GG's, Gray.
GG, Flippy, I didn't know you were coming. I would have looked for the mirror shield then.
I was gonna say, Gray. Sorry, you only got 2/3 of your goal,
Oh, I should go back
but
to the season.
you did get one more than coin.
Yeah, coin hit go mode right before that.
GG coin. I'm
GG.
guessing I really lost time because I didn't get that mirror in pod.
No, not really. So I think the name of the game here was just Coin was pretty aggressive in some of his routing, especially in the late game once he got the fire rod, and he also didn't do Eastern before pod, so
Oh, okay.
he did get a little lucky with the 50-50 in pod, because otherwise he wouldn't have had the mirror. But yeah, basically just maybe hit like one or the two of the bottlenecks like slightly faster, but then just the combination of skipping some stuff later on and aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, the extra dip of Eastern was definitely a big factor, and then there's just little one-off skips here and there that just kind of added up over time.
I dipped into Eastern there. I'm like, I'm running out of stuff, and I want to do
Yeah,
something.
it was a good play at the time, and then we saw you got the extra pod key out of there, and like that could end up being important. So
Oh yeah, that's a good point, right? You had an extra key but chose not to use it, so you
And chose
could have
not to
had the
use it.
mirror earlier. Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah,
could have had it a
because I
little
wanted to
sooner.
save the key for Helmasaur, just in case I found the big
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, we
Oh,
were chatting about that a little bit. I was mentioning to Kaysen that since it was a crystal, I might have been a little less worried about that, but it's definitely understandable, right? Like you don't want to have to come back and need a key for the boss.
yeah, exactly. Well, I was hoping the flute in lava chest might have helped me out. I didn't know if Coin had gotten the key off of Zora or not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had gotten like Saha 300, and then when I was in
Oh,
Cat Creek,
yeah.
I got another
Yeah,
300. I'm just like,
yeah,
okay,
me too.
yeah.
I did saw
Yeah,
that
money
first.
was pretty free.
yeah. As
Yeah.
long as you do that Saha start in the seed, like money was never an issue. So
No, that's a good point. That would have been brutal if someone skips that TRC.
yeah, that's
And then
kind
Ice
of
Rod, big chest of Hero. That was also funny.
Not the fire rod, as Kaysen pointed out.
it looked like a fire rod. Sean needs to get a few more pixels on his Discord part of the restream.
Apparently, there's only a
I-
3-pixel difference between the two in the vanilla game too.
Is it really? That's all it
Really?
is? It's just
that
3
all it
blue and
is?
3 red.
Something like that, yeah.
That's funny.
It's funny.
But yeah, no, like restream, the actual stream looked great, but the Discord preview was just kind of low res, and if you're saving bandwidth, it makes sense to have that one be low res. And I saw a rod as it popped up, and like it looked red for the half a second or so I saw it on screen. So I was like, either way, like it's still a good find, regardless of which rod it is. Arguably better being the ice rod because it's one less thing that can be just about anywhere.
I was feeling bad doing TR without that mirror. I'm like, oh, please don't have that Agatower small in mimics. Awful. Oh, that would have been so bad. I was kind of contemplating, like, am I just going to find my mirror on my favorite location, Smith's? But this last was not.
Yeah, I had one question actually for the both of you, because you both did the same thing. You guys got the mitts, and you both went straight to ice over, the mountain. Yeah, Kaysen was like, Kaysen felt the same way. Like his thought was, avoid going to the mountain just in case you have to go into Turtle Rock. And I was kind of thinking like, maybe get the ice big or decide, get a better idea of what to do next from the dark depth. I'm just curious what your guys' thoughts were on that. Like, you both made the same play, so.
Do you want to go first, Coin, or?
Yeah, go for it.
I was thinking I'm going to do ice now because it's a dungeon, and who knows, I might find a fire rod in there. Rule of fire. So I was just thinking I want ice done. I just want to get it done now. Go do it around just in case.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. 7 out of 8 checks, and I just hate climbing mountains multiple times. So if I can find, like you said, the fire rod or some more TR smalls, then I'll make the trip to the Dark Death Mountain. But 7 out of 8 was good enough for me.
And my fourth TR was in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah.
Point. It was like, okay, well, there we go.
Same, yeah. So when you got to the point where you had to decide between a desert dip, maybe front of escape, and like the beginning of the mountain, what do you remember what you did first? Did you have that choice? 'Cause that was an interesting point for me.
As I dug up that brook, I ran straight to desert.
Okay.
Yeah,
So when
that
I grabbed it, I went
was
straight to desert. I'm like, I'm
that
following
was
the book
another
now.
one of the differences in the seeds. Of like,
Yeah.
at the time, like I really liked the play. You got the thing, you're just following the items you got, and the seeds just like, just kidding. There's nothing here. It's like,
No, there was something in desert. I think there was
What
a
do you-
TR small in the right side of desert, but yeah.
yeah,
But I found like, hey, there's the red cane on the ledge. What the hell?
Yes,
I'll take
that's
that.
right. The red cane was there. I think it's a denser location. I did the front of Escape first, and then I went to desert, and then did the mountain to get that hook shot. But
I did a slightly stupid thing after going to Saha. I meant to go to Sanctuary, but I started back at Link's. I was like, well, I might as well check Uncle while I'm here.
oh,
And then I
okay.
went to Sank. It's like,
Oh,
okay.
okay, that makes some sense because yeah, we
Yeah.
saw you went to Uncle and then did like an extra tree pull. We're like, okay, yeah, that checks out.
Mm-hmm. I just clicked the wrong thing. It's like, well, I might as well do Uncle now.
yeah.
So I just
I
get-
think that's the right call. Like if you do end up starting there twice rather than just save and quit for nothing, like do
Yeah.
something with it, and that's
Do something with
that
it.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think that's a smart play.
And then you guys both obviously were trying to hope for a hook shot or mirror just to before going to the mountain when it was just like right there. That was
Right there.
pretty funny.
That was funny. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. I guess I'll just loop. Did you do coin? I did the spike chest before doing the loop around in the light world of Light Death Mountain or something. I just climbed up to
Yes.
Spike, and then I jumped down to Spike, and then I looped around and finished Hera and all that stuff. And then
I did
ended
that as
with,
well.
Spiral. Yeah.
I'm a fan of that. That way, after Hera, if we don't get the mirror, I can do run around chest, the spiral cave afterwards. I don't want to choose between the two, so
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah,
That's why I didn't want to do
I'm
either.
a fan of that as well,
All right,
especially early on.
friendly neighborhood restreamer cutting in here. We're on end screens. Do we have any final thoughts from our runners here?
No, not
Well,
at
I
all.
guess I think I have to think of a game for a mode for our game too when we schedule that.
Yeah. Let me
Yeah.
know when
I
work
will.
eases up.
Oh God, I worked 8 days in a row. It was awful. It was my only day off, and I'm back to work tomorrow.
Open or
I'll think of
cross
something.
hunt? I wonder what you'll pick.
Mm, you only get
Flip
to
a
find out
coin,
when
just
I.
make sure it's double-headed.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, GG coin. Thank you very much for the race. And I'll see
Yeah.
you for race number 2.
Sounds good. Happy good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
And
Yeah.
thank you to Flipping Kaysden and Sliver for the restream there, and I guess doing the clicking.
Yeah, thank you guys for agreeing to the restream. Thank you, Flip and Kaysden, for doing some pretty awesome comms. And we're gonna try to raid Speed Gaming here. And if it doesn't work, go over to Speed Gaming. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night.